this bullshit ass country. Hey, I'm gunning for the money. Gotta move quick, know I make it out one day.
All right, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another installment of Broken Brains. We are the realest podcast on the East Coast, so you already know what's good. I'm Mello. I'm joined by co-host Zach. You know, he's always here. And we got a new guest today. Go by Big Boy. We got Big Boy Alex over here. Yes, sir. He's a good friend of ours. He works with us. Haven't really hung out with him outside of work, so excited to get some conversation going.
Yeah, let's get it popping off.
Yes, sir. So, I want to talk about this vaccine, bro.
What about
and
it?
Before we talk about anything, let me get this up. How y'all feeling?
I'm not gonna take it.
Okay.
Ever.
Ever.
Not
what happens
happening.
if you have to take it?
Not gonna do it.
What do you mean?
If
You're just gonna stay in New Jersey?
Yep.
So, okay, all right, fair enough.
I'm not gonna let a government force me to do something.
I mean, I don't blame you, but I feel like I don't want to let it stop my life from happening. You know what I mean?
I don't
already
know the
had-
vaccine enough. There's not enough details on it to make me feel safe about it.
I agree.
Exactly. I mean, I don't disagree with you. Don't get me wrong. But if they're telling me I can't get on a plane without taking the vaccine, I'm getting the vaccine.
Drive.
Bro, I'm not driving to Canada.
You can't
I'm
go
not driving
everywhere.
to England.
You can't
bro.
drive everywhere.
Bro, I'm not
It's just
staying-
feasible.
Watch me.
Bro, I'm out the U.S. the second I got the chance.
I'll fucking swim, dude.
Well,
I'm out, bro.
I feel like
out.
from a political standpoint, either the government has to come out and mandate it, or private companies have to take that initiative. So it's. I think they're gonna leave it up to the private industry to turn around and say either we're gonna hold people accountable and make them get it, or we're not. And if you see I don't know, an industry airline leader or Ticketmaster, say you have to have it or you can't fly or you can't go to a show.
I mean,
then
that's what
what can happen?
I mean, I guess. But I would, at that point, I would get it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not
Miles.
totally opposed, but we're looking at like I said, the political side of this is they push this out faster than anything has ever been done, which is a feat in its own thing, and it probably works really well. But drugs like this usually get tested for an extended period of time before this many people take it.
For a reason.
And they just shut down the Johnson & Johnson vaccine for more testing. Are we guinea pigs? We're all young guys. So the object for us to go out and get it and need it is such a small risk if you don't have a pre-existing condition.
I feel like we're the definition of a guinea pig.
Well,
at this point, people who are getting it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to say you're a guinea. I'm not trying to call nobody a guinea pig. But
a test subject.
it is a test.
We're being experimented on.
You're part of a test. There's no other way around.
But we're also fighting something that we've never really encountered in a serious way with this much medical technology and communication.
So, would you consider someone who had COVID getting the vaccine? What's the difference?
The way this vaccine is being disseminated is an RNA vaccine, and I'm sure you've heard that word being thrown around, and I'm not going to sit here and act like I explain it 100%.
Yeah. All right, yeah, before we get started, we're not doctors.
That's definitely a disclaimer.
Exactly.
We're not professionals.
We're not
doctors.
by any means. We're
This
just
is just
talking. We're just talking.
Yeah.
So
None
leave
of
us
us have
alone.
our PhD.
Leave us alone. If you're a doctor watching this, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Comment.
He looked at the title and he was like, all right, I'm going to see what's wrong with these kids. All right, continue.
But, the way an RNA vaccine works is essentially teaching yourself how to code as opposed to other vaccines, which I'm not going to explain how they operate because I don't really know, and I'll probably butcher it. But it's a different, pathway through your body at which it's defending against COVID-19. So it's just something that's totally new, and it's a newer technology. It's a newer advancement in the way we can disseminate these things. And it's not proven, but it works fast.
It does.
And a virus like this that attacks your body quickly it's kind of like a double-edged sword.
So, like I said, do you consider people who had it as getting the vaccine?
Well, no, because your body creates a different sort of immunity probably once you've had it. And
so do you think someone who had it is better or worse?
They're probably better off for their local area, but the way they're explaining it on the news is there's a lot of variants. So there's
Obviously.
COVID-19 and it's some random
the
numbers
flu.
and letters, right?
It's like the flu.
And then in California they might have two different strains that are totally different from the one that we have in New Jersey.
Yeah.
So to say the efficacy of like the Moderna or the J&J vaccine or the Pfizer vaccine is all the same throughout all these different COVID variants is something that's still to be seen. And that's why Dr. Fauci will go on and say wear 3 masks and don't go out to dinner and sit inside.
Correct.
And that's why Rand Paul will turn around and argue with them and say it's silly because if you're in your local area and you were vaccinated maybe, you know, or maybe you've had it already, like you're pretty much safe if you don't run into someone with the other strain of it. In the chances of that, and the chances of you being in contact, and the chances of you having enough, you know, of the virus, like, ingested, I guess, because it's passed through saliva, right, or you breathe it in, it's just the chance is so small. We're talking about, like, an infinitesimally small chance.
Correct.
So it's...
Yeah.
It's like, that's why everyone is so in uproar. Like,
yeah.
That's the point where nobody knows what to do.
So where do you stand on like where this shit started?
Well, like what I said before, like we're all young men, like we don't have pre-existing conditions, so like we're pretty healthy. Like we get out, we work every day.
I had it.
Yeah, so you're probably protected in the local area. The chances that you're in contact with someone that has it for long enough, your body could probably fight off some of it, right?
Whatever it was.
Some immune response. But I mean, if a girl gets it and you guys are hooking up, like you probably catch it again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something like that, right?
Fair enough.
Like, but these are the things that we don't know. Like these are things that haven't been observed over a course of time. Because we're just past the 1 year mark, and like people are getting a vaccine.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Do you think people are getting vaccinated just because they want things to go back to normal?
Definitely.
Definitely has a part to do it.
I talked to somebody at work, and they said that after they got it, they were legit crying because it was like a sense of normalcy. Like, okay, I am okay right now. Like, I don't gotta worry. If you
feel safe.
That's the standpoint.
Especially
what?
I don't knock on that.
That's exactly. Yeah. It's
well, like my grandma lives in a home, right? So like the only way we could see her is if they like bring her out. Like they have to bring her out. We could see her for like 10 or 15 minutes because then she goes back in the home. That's like a thing that's crazy because of COVID. Like a year and a half ago, you could just walk in and say, "Hey, I'm here to see my grandma." And you walk in, you go to her room, and you say, "Hi, how you doing?" You bring her some, bring her favorite thing, whatever. Maybe even check her out for the day. You can't do that now. They're all locked down because
that's crazy.
They're locked down.
I said, nah, you ain't leaving.
So imagine maybe
that's fucked up.
Maybe you get the vaccine and you can go see your grandma. Like that's got to be like the biggest relief ever because you're at least protecting somebody.
Or funerals in general too.
Yeah.
Like you can't even have a proper funeral for somebody.
Yeah, it's got to be. I mean, it's got to be the closest people. The people who felt the strongest. But I think that's the good part that's come out of this time. It's like the people that really care and matter. Like that's who's around. You know what I mean? Or maybe the people who aren't are the people you're protecting, right?
Correct.
So it's like it's definitely a weird time we live in, man. But going back to the vaccine, it's just like we're young. We don't need it.
Do you think we're ever gonna be back to normal?
I mean,
no. As where I stand right now. What you?
Normal changed, man. Like, that's the problem.
I think this is normalcy now.
That's what I'm saying. So no, it's not going back.
Yes and no.
Well,
because yes, in a sense of this is normal now, so we are back to normal.
Nah, then let's not say normal. Then let's say where we used to be. Are we ever gonna be back where we used to be?
I don't know. Remember being crammed into a waiting room in a restaurant, like right in the front? Remember everyone crammed in there, like you on top of people that you're about to go eat next to?
Bro, I just remember like I literally just turned 21, bro. I went to the bar for the first time and I was bumping through people.
Squeezing through some of the Jersey Shore bars, just literally sweating on top of people.
It's not even fun, bro.
Now, like, you're just like...
Yeah.
Take that one step back and you're like,
you get those looks.
You look a little grimy.
Yeah,
it stops fights.
That's what I'm saying. That's why
that stuff's probably down.
It's scary too. Like I have some people come in to work and they nasty, yo. Like, what if you know what I mean? I don't feel safe all the time at work. Like people coming crazy.
Seriously.
Especially around where we live.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Well,
I mean, before people get really sick and start like spitting it on you, like they're gonna stay home. Yeah, hopefully, right?
I feel
like there's a small like 3 to 5 day window where they could, unless they're asymptomatic totally, where they could just carry it and just give it off. Yeah. But I mean, we're kind of protected at work.
Yeah, I think.
I feel
for
like
the
we
most
do
part.
our best job.
Well, because if you wash your hands,
Yeah,
you know
seriously.
what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
If you protect yourself, you're
yeah,
protected.
exactly. I usually
exactly.
I do try to protect. Like,
They give you the tools to protect yourself.
correct.
But
They
it's,
do.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
essentially up
like
to you.
Josh always wear gloves, bro. I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's not a bad idea.
No,
Like,
it's not.
He does not want it.
yeah, I know he don't want it. Yeah.
So adamant about it.
Yeah, it's crazy. I miss him, man.
Me, like, I don't care if I get it.
It wasn't bad.
I truly believe that I've already had it
It wasn't
It's
bad.
just it's
and
one,
didn't even know.
yeah.
I had
I
a
mean, go get
fever.
an antibody test.
I have.
Were you just positive for antibodies?
No.
Oh.
So you definitely didn't have
I mean,
it, bro.
yeah, it's not 100%. Maybe.
I mean,
but,
I guess that test.
the
could
odds are
involve
really
you,
slim.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
But honestly, bro.
If you work in a restaurant and
Yeah.
you got that dishwater in your mouth,
Oh my god.
you're
yeah.
immune to
Out the
pretty much.
silverware,
That's very
yeah.
true.
Shit splashing out the silverware.
Oh,
Be like, oh.
the ramekin bucket. Oh,
Yo, that's nasty.
grimiest thing I've
Nasty.
ever seen.
That's
in
what
my
I'm
life.
grateful for masks now, bro. I don't gotta worry about nothing hitting me in the
Yeah.
face, bro. Alright, but where do you think COVID started? Because I want to get into like conspiracy theories and shit. So where do you think it started? And why do you think it
definitely
started?
in China.
Obviously.
I don't know. It just seems like the stars aligned for it to happen. Like if it really came from like you know what a wet market is?
No.
Okay. So like the idea that it came from bats is like is true, right?
Yeah.
But do you understand like in China they have these things called wet markets, right? So like essentially what it is it's like exotic animals that are caught in these foreign regions in China, right? And they bring them to these city markets, like imagine a regular marketplace, but it's like live cats and dogs, live bats, live rats, live snakes, I don't know, whatever the hell they eat over there, like in those the Chinese government is against it, but it still happens.
Correct.
So, like, if it really started, it would be from a bat, right? Someone gets one of these bats that has a disease from this random cave in China. He inseminated it, and it spread in, presumably Wuhan, right? And then, eventually made its way to the U.S. I mean, the odds of that happening are, like, crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's what they say happened, right?
I think that because like this was COVID in a sense, SARS was already here. Like it was already something that was prior. It's just a different variant, like we were talking about before. It's obviously a little bit different. It's more mutated than just a different variant. But it's just I can't get behind the fact that like that COVID wasn't being like played around with or tested with or tampered with, or they were trying to figure out more about it or something like that. And then maybe it did get to a bat, but I feel like it wasn't as random. I feel like it was more controlled than just a bat in a cave.
Well, that's what they say, and it's like a very convenient story.
Yeah.
But like, there are certain COVID-like variants that Dr. Fauci was working on in the past. That's what they say. Like a few years before all this went down.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of speculation there. I don't know like 100% if it's like a conspiracy theory. But like there are like I've seen people talk about how Dr. Fauci like worked on similar like SARS type viruses,
something like that,
in labs.
Like it was.
I don't
think
know
it was
if
purposeful.
It was foreign though. He wasn't in the States doing it. I think he was in Asia, but
well, and then how the fuck did it get here? Like you said, it's
well, like
so
that's
slim,
the theory,
bro.
right? It's like why was he working on this a couple years before?
So slim.
Did it get out of this lab like in Wuhan? Like is that how it spread? Because it spread pretty quick for it to maybe be one guy, right? And if it was like one guy and they could kind of like figure it out, China probably could have locked down a little bit faster. Now if it was something that was worked on and like disseminated, like and it rapidly spread in like 3 months, right? So from December to March, that's when we were locked down, right? We first started hearing about it like in the winter, and then boom, it hit us. Like nothing really, I mean, I don't know the history of other diseases, but I feel like nothing's ever hit us that quick.
Well, but why? I don't understand the whole, because in the grand scheme of things, with all the numbers that we have gotten, it is not anything more serious than the flu.
Well,
in death totals and
it's
stuff
about
like
hysteria.
that.
If you want to talk about conspiracy theories becoming maybe truth, Project Veritas just released a thing about CNN, and there was the technical director You could look at it's all breaking news like as of like the last couple days. And what Project Veritas will do is they'll just drop things over the course of 3 or 4 days. But essentially, they caught on camera the CNN technical director, I don't know his name, talking about how like successful it was in kind of their scheme to like out Trump and make the virus like hysterical because that's what got them views.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
And
I don't
he literally admits to it, and like he kind of breaks down their strategy and how like
damn.
you can it's all look up just Project Veritas's new story as of April 15th. What's today? Yeah.
I thought today was.
Yeah.
Today is the 15th.
Yeah, it's all breaking news now, but it's like conspiracy theory becoming conspiracy truth because like everyone was saying like, well, not everyone, but I would say maybe half of the people in the country were probably saying like,
why? This
is crazy. Look at these death toll numbers, but then turning around and saying, well, if we compare this to maybe like the flu, which is miraculously down.
For some reason. Like heart attacks and all that other shit.
There's a lot of stuff that's down, but, you know, they were able to, you know, that's why they kept them up on screen. They wanted to, you know, they're conspiring to kind of create this narrative. And that's across all the media platforms. They're just the ones to admit it, and they got caught. You know what I mean?
Do you think that if we're just gonna put hypotheticals into the picture, if all this was a conspiracy theory for population control, for maybe economic control, for power control because it allowed Biden to become president or whatever theory you want to talk about, because there's a bunch of shit. There's a lot of different
stuff
angles
that ties into this for sure.
Yeah. So, I lost my train of thought.
Editing, baby.
No way. I just lost my train.
Another broken brain. We have one every show.
Bro, it's usually. I feel like
too.
Recently it's been me, bro. Why?
It's 90% you.
It's gonna happen. Well, all the hypotheticals thrown in the picture. We're talking about all the reasons why COVID could become a thing. All the reasons how that affected like the chain of events like through our election year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What I think you were getting at is that there's a like concerted effort. Like, is there a concerted effort? Do you think?
I think so. Yeah, I do.
I agree.
I think that there is a bigger plan behind all of this, and whether it's for social reason or economic reason, or maybe even like world like resource reason. Even you know what I mean? Like it could be anything.
Well, look how Bill Gates talks. He's like, you know, we need population control. There needs to be like a standard. We don't want to burn out this candle too fast.
Did you hear about Bill Gates?
Well, I knew there was something in the news about him.
So my brother talked to me the other day, and he said something about how Bill Gates is trying to shade the sun.
What?
I said, how's that possible? He's literally trying to dim the sun. So I was talking to my brother. I'm like, you sure you didn't say you wanted to go to dim sum?
Hold on, wait.
But yeah, apparently this is a real thing. I don't know how you could do that because we need sunlight.
I put Bill Gates
real, right?
D and that shit came up immediately.
He's trying to dim the sun. I don't know what that means exactly, but to me, when I hear dim the sun, now you're taking away from our sunlight.
Bill Gates is thinking about dimming the sun.
Are you trying to do it for yourself?
I gotta subscribe to this shit.
Like, are you doing it for yourself? In the theory,
have you guys ever heard of a solar flare?
I've heard of a solar flare, but I know what a solar flare is, but I don't know what.
So imagine like these massive. I mean, you've seen like a scale picture of like the Earth up to the sun, right?
Yes.
Like right. So imagine massive explosions that protrude from the face of the sun.
Okay.
Okay. So as our star grows old, these explosions are gonna get more and more frequent and bigger. So as someone who just reads stuff like this, that's what I would assume dimming the sun means. This is just a very simple mind saying it. It's just like building something to deflect a meteor. It's like something you can't really predict. It's going to happen eventually because just the odds aren't, the odds of, comets and meteors, they fly by all the time or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Solar flares happen all the time. Maybe they're not facing Earth at the time, but the ones that do, we can observe.
It's called solar geoengineering. Is what they're calling it. It's a bunch of Harvard scientists, and it has
Bill Gates is a fucking genius.
It's just kind of hard because I have no idea what any of these So
If he's doing it in the sense of what you're talking about, I fully support it.
So,
yeah, well,
but if you're just trying to be selfish and block the sun,
no, it's not. It's not being selfish. No.
Then you can go play in traffic.
So I'm gonna read. I'm gonna read this paragraph because I don't really. So it says the Harvard scientists had planned to launch a high altitude balloon from space station in Kiruna in Sweden to test whether it could in future carry equipment to release solar radiation reflecting particles into the Earth's atmosphere. And that's what. So it says until more thorough societal engagement process can be conducted to address issues related to solar geoengineering research in Sweden. So it's postponed. It says the platform has been postponed until 2022. But so it's for our benefit.
Yeah, but
it seems like it's a source of energy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go Bill Gates then.
I guess. Yeah. That was crazy though that you said that. Because I was wondering, but yeah, I think there's a bigger picture. They're trying to do something. There's no way we have never lived a history like this. We are in history right now.
For sure.
And you're gonna tell me
period.
There's just too many things. Like I play a lot of games and stuff, and I watch people do like speed runs. And there's odds of shit going in your favor to get the best possible time on the speed run. There is odds to get us where we are right now, and everything hit perfectly. And I just find that crazy. And it's crazy to think it could have been the other way, too. Everything could have happened perfectly for something good. You know what I mean? Something crazy good could have happened. I don't know. We struck a gold mine we never found. It's the size of fucking Canada. I don't know, bro. Some crazy ass shit could have happened. It could have flipped the opposite way.
He loves Canada.
Dude, I love Canada, bro.
No, Canada. Canada's
I gotta
the.
stop playing with this shit. I'm out, bro.
No, Canada is the stepping stone for globalism, bro. And which is I think what we're all against.
I'm not against it.
Globalism?
I mean, well, what do you? Okay, define
globalism. Well, I think the overarching concept of your theory of there's a bigger picture.
Yeah.
And there's maybe people behind this bigger picture or that support.
Oh, you think it comes from Canada?
Well, not just Canada. No, but that's the overarching theme of globalism, right? It's like if all the countries' governments came together and created one world government, that would be a globalist point of view. Because you'd want everyone in unison. And there's nothing wrong with everyone working together.
I don't think I'm against that.
I don't know.
What do you mean you're having trouble? You can't hear?
My mic's not working. Well, my mic's working.
Your mic's working. Your headphones
Sorry, my headphones. I forgot what goes on my head and what I talk into.
So let me ask you this: you would want one president for the whole world?
No, because that's different. That's a dictatorship.
Well, not necessarily.
That's
our president isn't a dictator.
Well, but you're talking about one leader because we're
that's what I'm saying.
Part.
So, but globalism in the sense of we all work together as our own sovereign governments who maybe respect different laws and things like that.
Correct.
That's one sense of. Yeah, but you can also be a be a national and be part of that sovereign, united, world, right?
NWO.
But now you're turning now it's a new world order. Now it's the whole world is operated by one government.
I think it
as opposed to the world being operated by multiple sovereign governments, right? Because then you could love your country and love the world too.
Yeah, correct.
You don't have to have it one and the same.
And don't get me wrong, I love the United States. Obviously we're one of the greatest countries in the world for a reason. There's no cap behind that, but there is better places and there's different experiences. But we're the best because that's the image we have been portrayed.
Yeah. Don't be cocky, bro.
Oh, what? He said, "Don't be cocky."
Yeah.
But all the things that people do outside of this country to just go live there and experience it, maybe that's what you're meant for. Maybe that's what your hair's supposed to be. Not in a. I feel like we're just so structured here. Well, it's just so much. And what you were saying, how there would be one government running everything. In my eyes, I think that's already happening.
I think it's happening, but I think it's happening behind a curtain.
It is. It has to be because it's not.
I mean, that's what that kind of it's just a globalist, socialist kind of motion.
So, do you believe that Trump was against that? And we're not talking about politics. This is not politics. This is
absolutely. I think it wasn't about the left and the right.
No.
But the globalists, the people who support that, want that interjection and they want that divide because it's polarizing the issue. And at a certain point, we're gonna, the rubber band can only stretch so far before it snaps, and it's gonna go one way, either to your left hand or your right hand, right?
You can't predict it.
So yeah, at the end it's gonna snap. We don't know which way it's gonna snap, but we're just being pulled apart right now.
We know it's gonna snap.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's gonna leave like the opportunity for like a global reset.
Yeah, the reset. That's what I'm saying. A whole reset.
Yeah, well, the financial reset's kind of happening right now with the decentralization of currency. Is it legit?
Bro, it literally. Yeah, I've never thought about that, but that's
crazy.
true, bro. Because that's
happening right now.
Bitcoin, literally, because Bitcoin is an algorithm. We were literally just talking about it's an algorithm. It's not controlled by anybody. It's
literally the blockchain. It's certain tech that creates certain keys that are unrecreatable until someone can recreate them, I guess. I don't know,
I guess, yeah.
There's so much science behind blockchain that they say it's irreplicable, but
I mean, everything's going to be
technology gets defeated eventually. That might be the way for the rest of our lifetime, and we might be safe.
And if you wanted,
betting on that horse.
Yeah. If you wanted it to, everything could be electrical right now. You could live your life completely electrical if you wanted to. Mm-hmm. Smart fridge, smart toaster, smart coffee maker, bro. Literally anything.
Until they turn on you.
But that's different. Okay, we can talk about that.
Imagine a microwave attacking you, bro.
What do you...
No, it's like that movie, The Little Toaster.
Yeah, exactly.
Imagine he beat your ass.
Yeah, all the appliances just come to life.
What are you talking about?
There's a...
Brave Little Toaster, bro.
Brave Little Toaster. Yes, that's a classic movie.
What is it?
It's like it's a children's movie.
Is it like cartoon?
Yeah, it's a children's movie.
It's a children's movie.
Yeah.
Huh,
dude, it's like the best picture on the fucking...
But like now I'm just imagining him beating my ass, dude.
You see a little toaster just like...
He's like on a mission. Like he has to get back to his house or something.
Yeah,
I don't know what the movie.
Yeah. But he meets a bunch of different appliances and shit.
And then they all come to your house and beat you up.
Exactly.
Dude, but what do you... I feel like... Okay, I want to talk about... What was it? Neuralink.
Oh.
Do you know about Neuralink?
Not enough, but they're testing it on pigs and it's working apparently.
Dude, they tested it on a monkey.
Oh, that's scary, dude.
Bro, listen to me.
They tested AIDS on a monkey, too.
Bro, listen to this shit. I watched this fucking video, bro. The monkey, right, had a little joystick.
Nutty.
It was a little joystick. He was playing Pong. You know the game Pong?
Yeah.
So he's moving the paddle.
2D Pong,
Yeah, so you're watching the video. He's playing it. He's doing it legit, Bro, they put a Neuralink in his head. They took the pad, the little thing, away from him, bro. He was moving the fucking Pong thing with his brain, bro.
That's nuts.
Dude, this monkey is sitting in front of the screen while playing the game,
up Planet of the Apes.
Literally just sitting there like this, just staring at the screen, making the thing go up and down, bro. I was like...
Planet of the Apes, dude. I'm telling you.
We're in for so much.
Some type of apocalypse is happening. I got my bug out bag. I'm ready.
I don't know what...
Y'all motherfuckers, y'all motherfuckers better come to my house.
So what kind of apocalypse do you think we're thinking of? It's gonna be human on human.
Any type of... I think that, yeah. I think it's going to be some type of ride.
You think it's going to be human on human, or do you think it's going to be a point where the aliens step in? Because you damn well know they're watching this, bro.
They're watching this. They're watching the podcast right now.
The vaccine, bro,
like, don't blow
is going to fucking disease the minds of people, and they're going to become zombie-like, and that's how we're going to have zombies.
Dude,
maybe.
No, okay, no, I just don't... I don't
so
think
don't
zombies,
take the vaccine.
I don't think zombies become a thing, bro. I've watched too many zombie shows and too many things like...
You think they make all those zombie movies and TV shows for our enjoyment?
Well, I think it's...
No, they're trying to protect... They're trying to be like, this is what you got to do if it happens.
Bro, I don't agree.
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree.
A zombie is just... Like, the definition of a zombie is just a diseased mind. It's not like they have to...
No, a zombie is a dead
No,
person.
It's not.
An undead zombie?
That's undead.
Hold on.
A zombie is a diseased brain.
Maybe we're just being desensitized. I think all that corporate media does is desensitize you to facts. The reason people say video games are bad because it makes people violent.
What's it say?
A corpse said to be revived. It says by witchcraft, especially in certain. But that's what it says. A corpse
witchcraft.
that has...
Is that only one definition to
a mythological, undead, corporal revenant created through the reminiscence of a corpse.
Sam, he just sunned me, y'all.
just read that.
Talk about my zombies, boy. I know my zombies.
Well, either way, a diseased mind is still a zombified thing. In my opinion.
Okay, I'll give it to you. I think
because you're pretty much brain dead at that point.
Dude, we're already diseased mind. If you want to talk about
but you
that,
just
bro.
gotta watch Zombieland, like 1 and
Zombieland.
2, and just you'll be ready. There's a book, How to Survive a Zombie Apocalypse. I'm sure there's plenty of Reddit forums.
Find a fucking
be all right.
island, bro. You'll be alright. Find your own island. Figure out how to survive.
I mean, there's only so
Watch
many.
survival shows, not fucking zombie
I'm
apocalypse.
really thinking about trying to build an underground bunker. Deadass.
Did you hear about there? I saw something on social
Some
media.
fucking Fallout shit. Go
No,
ahead.
deadass. That
Some
could
guy
be
moved
a thing
into a
too.
house of like a bomb shelter maker from the army or something, and he literally has like a nuclear bomb shelter under his house.
Bro,
Yeah.
I watched a video. It was like a $1.2 million safe home. That was like,
Whoa.
it was
It was
designed.
talked about
It was
this.
designed for the Tesla truck. Like it was designed to harbor the Tesla truck as if the Tesla truck is gonna be what you use in an apocalypse. Because of
okay,
the way it
interesting.
looks and it's electrical, so the whole house is based kind of like off that metal. It's kind of like that sleek, like pointy metal kind of.
Yeah.
And bro, it's literally got like, when you buy the house, it's got like rations for like 10 years. It's got water for like 10. Bro,
Could
it's
comfortably fit
crazy.
10.
Yeah, it's like 10 people. It's got
I
like
only
5
know that because I make
bedrooms.
fun of it.
It's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
People
Bro, why
do-
wouldn't you?
But if we're setting up that hard, then how do we not think that
I
it's
feel,
going to
like
happen?
I feel like the only apocalypse that can happen is otherworldly.
I think
As what?
alien.
I think
Alien.
alien
I agree.
apocalypse is the
That is
closest
very
thing.
possible.
But like,
Or
if they didn't take us
Independence
down
Day
now,
type shit?
maybe.
But
don't see
I
why not.
truly
signs.
believe we're already a part of the aliens. Like we're not a part of the aliens, but we're already a part of alien.
Bitch, I am an alien.
I truly,
Oh, you're
truly,
a Scientologist now?
bro. No. I truly,
I
truly,
guess he does have a PhD.
100%. I guess so. Yeah, I 100% believe that what I'm living in right now is not real life.
So
Oh, you like the
simulation.
simulation theory?
I'm 100%
Listen,
convinced.
if
It's
we're
not
in a
impossible.
simulation,
Bro, it's-
whoever's controlling me, please stop.
Bro, I've said this shit
Please
so
stop.
many times in this podcast, but I'm gonna say it again. You know how old this Earth is?
I should know this.
It's like-
I studied evolution in
It's
college.
like
but no.
4 billion years old.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That sounds right.
You know how
4.1
old?
billion,
You
actually,
know how
yeah.
old
It's coming back.
from rocks and sticks to fire
Well-
to this iPhone? You know how long it's been? Like
Only a
eight,
few thousand.
like 8,000 years, bro.
Yeah, but you also have to remember the Earth went through like many stages in the 4 billion years, and there was many different forms of life that got their chance. If you sit through like an evolution class, like I took an evolution class in college,
Okay, so
you learn that up
enlighten.
until 500 million years ago, there was no life on the Earth that could that processed
Okay, still,
carbon dioxide.
that's plenty of time.
I understand, but the Earth like went through like phases of like different things
So
happening
being
on
able
the
to
surface.
sustain life.
Yeah, like you don't even like.
But that's our life. We're talking about our life.
yeah,
as
we're talking
humans.
about like water-based oxygen
Correct,
breathing.
yeah.
Corona.
Yeah, that was only 8,000 years. But what we never had the opportunity of, what we never had the opportunity
Sponsor us.
of until 500
Nice.
million years ago was organisms on the planet that used carbon dioxide and emitted other gases. That was the problem because like the atmosphere needs a certain composition for us to exist. So we only had the chance 500 million years ago, and that's not even like that's just when organisms could process all the carbon in the air.
Okay, here's my question. How does a meteor shower take out every single dinosaur on the planet?
Very easily.
didn't.
Very easily, and it didn't. Things in the aquatic life, like crocodiles.
And chickens are.
Well, I know.
form of
Okay,
T-Rex.
but
Their ancestors.
But the idea of dinosaurs to the point where we couldn't live with them. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, my question is, where's the? I don't know if they have it like super established. If there's any archaeologists or scientists out there, I know there's. I can't think of the people who are on Joe Rogan that talk about this stuff. I'm
Oh,
drawing a
shit.
blank.
I
on
thought
it.
that Elon
Shout
Musk.
out
I thought
JR.
Elon Musk was close to like making like a Jurassic World type fucking thing.
I didn't.
I
know
heard
that.
something.
I
I don't know
follow
if
him
it's
pretty
Elon
heavily
Musk for
too.
sure,
I don't
but
know.
it's something about how they're able to, or they're getting closer to like making like a dinosaur be a thing again.
Oh yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
I don't know if
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Elon Musk.
No, I don't think it was Elon Musk, but I know what you're talking about.
It's
There.
somebody rich,
Yeah, they were talking about like kind of like a Jurassic Park style.
which
kinda
is
thing.
like,
That would be
have you
nuts.
watched the movies?
Well, obviously, I don't think
Like,
it would,
again,
I don't think it
Go
would
suck
become
your dick in a corner. Go play in traffic. Thank you.
I don't think it would be like an attraction. I think
What?
I think it would just be to learn about it, bro. What the fuck?
It would be an attraction, bro. If you think people wouldn't be trying to go there,
I wouldn't. I'd be terrified.
I'd go.
I wouldn't go.
I'd put my dick right on the table and go.
Why? What's with the dick talk today? You really feeling macho over there?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Dick.
Did you and Vic fuck before you came here?
Nah.
No.
Unfortunately, no.
Unfortunately, no.
She went to a dad's.
Oh, fair enough.
It's like the total opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the complete opposite of fucking.
That's probably better.
That wasn't me. That was the chair. I promise.
No, it was definitely him. All right. So, do you think we see all this crazy ass shit we're talking about in our lifetime?
I don't know. The stuff that's coming out about aliens, I think that's gonna come to light, like in our lifetime for sure.
Do you think Area 51 has anything to do with aliens?
Well, I like Bob Lazar's explanations of it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't discount that there's scientists in the government or in private industry working on things. If Bill Gates talking about capturing solar rays, then what are they doing behind the curtain? What's classified? It leaves out so much gray area, especially with all the conjecture and like people in private industry or like people who are about to die saying there's aliens or whatever. Like it seems like it has to be true.
Don't they say that, like, because you said you brought up when people are about to die, aren't you like the most truthful right before you die?
Yeah, I mean unless
apparently your life flashes.
Well, that's because of DMT.
Well, yeah, the DMT releases in your brain.
Yeah, no, but I'm talking about like right before you actually die.
Yeah, because
like,
you see everything. Apparently.
No. I'm talking about like before you even lose consciousness, before that shit even happened.
Oh, because you're dying at that point.
Well, yeah, I guess. But when you're still conscious, you're still able to hold a conversation with somebody. I thought that, like, if you were asked a question, like, your body just...
probably you have nothing else to lose, right? You're dying, so fuck it. Tell the truth. Don't matter.
Yeah.
I guess.
I don't see why. I don't know. Unless you just really want to... I buried a pot of gold.
Yeah.
And then just go out like that.
I did.
Like, you really want to, like, leave people digging, like, for all eternity?
I guess that's true, yeah. I mean, I would.
You were a mistake.
That'd be pretty funny, yeah. I'd be like, ha.
Just troll your family.
Yeah, it'd be crazy. But, do you believe in the Illuminati per se, or you just believe in like?
Dude, you gotta stop saying Illuminati, bro.
This is the first time I said it.
No, you said it in multiple podcasts.
Oh, this is the first time I said it in this one.
But I'm saying we gotta stop talking about Illuminati.
We haven't talked about it once.
You're not supposed to talk about.
I've always talked about
okay.
talking about.
If they can
it,
put themselves on the, they can put themselves on the dollar
bro.
bill.
They'll find you, bro. They'll catch your ass.
All right, well,
they put themselves on the dollar bill.
They beat you, be a part of them, bro. So
the whole point is to like hide in plain sight. Like they want you to know they're there. They want a few people to talk about them, but they don't want everybody talking about them.
Bro, I'm not against them, so I'm not against no Illuminati shit. But
I mean, me either.
I don't think.
Do you know the history? Do you know the history about
of like the legit, like the Knights of Templar?
Freemasons,
yeah,
like the Freemasons.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm not educated on it.
Well, the whole thing, because I did a research project on this in college because we were able to pick a topic, so I picked conspiracy theories. But I did the Freemasons. But the Freemasons that's what evolved into the idea of the Illuminati. The Freemasons, they're a group of people that kind of just do anything for what they represent in a way. Like either it's their country or their family, or it's kind of like it's a religion. In a sense, it's weird. It's a very weird thing.
Yeah, it's like a path to follow.
Correct. It's like an enlightened kind of way. It's like Buddhism in a sense, I guess, but I don't know. Whatever. Mm-hmm. So there was the people back during like the Renaissance and whatever. It's been a while, so I'm sorry. But the people who were going against the church, everybody was getting destroyed, killed, whatever. So it was a group of people like Aristotle, like some artists, there's some painters that are in there, and they all kind of moved away and started their group per se, their religion or whatever, which was the Freemasons. And obviously now everybody thinks it's like Lil Wayne's part of the Illuminati and shit like that, but I don't think that's how it is. They might be a part of like New World Order, like they might already be in on it, like Kanye specifically, like because he's a man of Jesus, you know what I mean? So like he's found his enlightenment, so I feel like he's definitely a big part of whatever. Well,
have you ever heard of the Bohemian Grove?
No.
And the Alex Jones thing? All right, so back in like 2000, him and someone else, they went. It's like this large acre property. I think it's in California. And essentially, like, back then there was like a bunch of like very wealthy businessmen, powerful people, different people would be invited, but it was like a secret club, right? So like the Freemasons is a legit thing. Like this is like a secret. This is like a secret club of people who have money, and they would meet up and hold these like weird. This like a weird ceremony, like a super weird thing.
Like some purge
Joe,
shit.
yeah, like Joe wrote or not. Alex Jones got. He got into one. Him and someone else. I don't know if they got invited or they were. I don't know the whole story, but they do some like really like creepy rituals, and like it's all these wealthy, powerful like guys, maybe local to the city of like LA or wherever it's out in. But it's like, you know, what are they talking about? What are they doing? Why are they holding these creepy little rituals? It's like at least the, you know.
Yeah, why?
Yeah, why? It speaks to like a concerted conspiratorial effort to accomplish goals that are probably not going to benefit like the average person.
No,
it's gonna it's gonna line their pockets and make them generationally wealthy. Like that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna all work together.
The 0.1%.
Yeah. That's what it is. A bunch of 1%ers getting together, doing some weird stuff. And then talking about how they can screw everybody else over and make the most, you know, take your money.
That's just crazy to think about, because like money is power.
Yeah.
Like it's as simple as that. Money might not buy happiness, but money is power. So. And also, the fact that money is slowly starting to like
shift,
disappear in a sense. Not disappear, but like the value of the dollar is gonna be.
Well, it's dissipating. We just printed.
We
just printed like trillions of dollars. The M1 money supply grew like by 30%. So we printed 1/3 of the money that exists in the last year.
That's gross.
That's crazy, right? And like the way money is.
The amount of, oh my god.
So the way money is made is like banks have to hold a certain percentage of what they loan. So like the more money that you keep in a bank, the more cash they need to have. And then they get that from the Fed. It's like some weird chain like that, right? So the Fed just had to print a bunch of money so the banks could cover their percent of holdings, because they need to hold a certain percent of cash based on everyone's wealth.
Yeah.
So by giving everybody $1,400, you just put that strain on the banks. Now they have to turn around to the Fed and get cash, and then we got to print all that.
Correct.
But what that does is it puts more money in circulation. It devalues your dollar.
Exactly.
And then what they're doing is they're increasing wages. So what that's going to do is it's going to create this false sense of you have more money, but you have less buying power. So that's what's going to the balance is going to start to tip, right? If a dozen eggs and a gallon of milk cost you $10, but now you make $15 an hour. The guy who gets paid to package all that stuff just got to pay a raise. So the price of milk and eggs is going to go up.
Yo, speaking of milk and eggs, why didn't they teach us in school that milk was the one thing that was going to be expensive as fuck to worry about when you get older?
Yeah, that's true, because I always be buying milk and then like not
it's
using
so
it, and then I'm
bro.
like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and it expires in like 2 days.
2 days, bro.
That's
one thing I do. I always look to see which one's the latest.
You gotta buy a lot. There's a lot. It's more expensive, but all the ultra filtered milk that's out on the market now, the A2 brand, that stuff stays better for longer. It's more expensive, but you could keep. But if you don't open it, you can keep it in your fridge for a month. The ultra filtered milk won't take on bacteria as fast.
Or you can go to Canada and get homo milk.
We all going to Canada.
That's a real thing.
Good luck getting in, bro.
Homo milk?
Homo milk. I know,
I think
that's one
what it's
thing,
called.
bro.
I
And
think
it's expensive as fuck, too.
Yeah,
it's expensive.
I would only go to ski
ass.
because they got some cool mountains.
Canada don't want nobody.
Dude, supposedly, I saw a bunch of surveys and shit that said Canada was like the #1 place to live for like leisure and happiness.
Yeah, I'm going to Canada to...
Yeah, until you like break your leg or need heart surgery and you have to wait in the line.
I'm just going to go audition for Degrassi.
I ain't need any of that shit yet, so just
That's
pray
what I'm
for
gonna
it.
do.
I mean, when you're a young man, go for it. You live your life.
That's what I'm saying.
But,
just for a little bit, bro.
You know, you got dual citizenship now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You
Just
go
want
over
to
there.
chill out, you know? No. What are you saying?
What? I said I'm just going to go audition for Degrassi in Canada.
For Degrassi in Canada?
Fuck yeah,
Who you gonna audition for? Drake?
Don't know. I don't know the characters.
Because you can sing.
What?
Drake.
Drake don't sing, though. He raps.
What? Drake does everything.
I mean, he sings. He's alright.
Drake does everything.
A.K.A. Jimmy.
What do you mean he's alright?
He's alright at singing.
He's pretty good.
He's a really fucking good rapper, I guess.
Oh, he's one of these. Probably he's the Michael Jordan of the rap.
But he
game.
sounds soft.
Boy,
He raps about soft shit.
You can do
he
whatever
raps
you
about
want.
what people want to hear, bro. And
Right,
that's why he's been
that's
so
selling
relevant.
out.
That's why
He's
he's been
just
so
successful,
relevant,
man.
bro. He's been relevant for 13 years, bro.
I know, dude.
That's gross.
Well, he's been relevant since he was in Degrassi too.
Well, technically, yeah.
Yeah.
When he got shot in Degrassi, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Jimmy, bro. Jimmy Brooks.
I never watched that show, but I
Dude,
remember watching that scene.
If you don't fuck with Degrassi Next Gen, set it on my Facebook. If you don't fuck with Degrassi Next Gen, then I don't fuck with you.
That sounds
Good night.
My girlfriend would love that statement.
That sounds interesting. I don't know how to feel about that show.
I'm rewatching it right now.
You're rewatching it.
Fuck yeah, dude.
It's like that.
There's so much content.
After
you don't even give a fuck.
after season 10, bro, I ain't about it.
Damn.
That's when it just
That's interesting.
plummets. I went up. Plummets. Goes down.
Thanks. We're gonna wrap it up. This is a great episode. I thought it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah, Alex, bro. I learned a lot, dude. Thank
Definitely,
you.
yeah. You're a smart kid. I didn't know. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I gotta hang outside at work, bro. You always just learn more.
Yeah,
than
seriously.
somebody.
I didn't realize how close you lived to me, bro. It took me 10 minutes to get here.
Where do you live?
Off of Whitesville Road.
Oh shit. Oh man. All right, good to know. Good to know. All right,
Maybe cut my address out of here.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So we post every Sunday. We're on every single social media platform: Instagram, YouTube, obviously, TikTok, Twitter. Coming to Snapchat, according to this man.
Coming to everything.
Coming to everything.
Look out for
We'll be
Z
everywhere.
Sports, Zcast. Keep an eye out for that mellow music.
Always. Yeah.
And look out
you
for our
won't.
boys' podcast too.
I'm in a contest right now, so y'all ain't gonna see it until after the fact. But if it's round 2, hit me up, vote for me, help me out. You know what's good.
Follow these guys.
Yes, sir.
Do it. They're
Instagram,
gonna post so
everything.
much stuff.
We're gonna go lit. Y'all better join now because we don't want to hear about it later. When you're like, you guys don't do good, you're gonna be ass. Why do you do this? Fuck you, pussy.
It's gonna be bad before it gets good.
Fuck you, pussy.
And if you want to ride with us, ride with us.
ride with us, ride with us. Broken Brains. We out.
Boy, I'm different, I ain't grinding for the clout. Y'all ignorant, only learn from word of mouth.